Hi, I'm Jason.
And I'm Greg.
We are Gen X.
And welcome
to our podcast.
Bienvenidos a Podcasto. Hey guys, I
Podcasto.
want to give a shout out and a welcome to each and every one of you. Anyone who consumes our content, anyone who stops, hits play, and hangs out with us. When you spend your time with us, we say thank you for that. We thank you for all the shout outs, for the subscribers, for the listeners. We are on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram. We have an audio only over on podbeat.com, and that is international. Shout out to Spain, Canada, UK, Australia. We have some folks popping up in Colombia.
Hey,
Shout out to Colombia. Thank you guys for
what's up,
tuning in.
Colombia?
We're in like 19 different countries and almost all the states. Any state that's not in that top band and that kind of that piece down in the middle, you know what I mean? Like the Dakotas over to the sniffer state. What's that? Montana, right?
Yeah, they don't like us up there.
Well, no, Montana's sniffing Idaho like this.
Oh yeah.
I've always thought that. So anyways, we okay, the intro's over. We lost it. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in and checking us out. Shout out to our Monday crew, those guys who tune in every Monday to catch the latest episode. We drop late Sunday evening. They want to start their week with us, and you know what, Tiger, we appreciate you.
You love that.
Hi, Tiger.
You just love
Tiger.
that.
Let's go ahead and open this up. First and foremost,
Form us.
happy birthday, my dude.
Hey, thanks, man.
Happy birthday. Tell us something freaking good.
I had a good birthday, man. Nice and relaxed. I had to do some work. It's one of those things when you're an entrepreneur. Sounds French. Is
Self-employed.
that a French word?
It's probably Latin.
Entrepreneur.
It means work hard forever.
Yeah, and don't take a day off for your birthday either. So yeah, we worked for most of the day to get us working on some cool projects that are coming up right now, and then I ordered some DoorDash. I didn't even want to go out for dinner or do anything like that. So that's a 53-year-old birthday dinner is order DoorDash, sushi, and eat at home.
How was it? I guess DoorDash sushi is just like being delivered from the kitchen.
It's
just a little
better
bit longer.
actually because you're not waiting for the driver to show up. Like if you order a burger and French fries and that guy's driving to your house, you're fucking stressed out because like my fucking fries are getting cold.
Fuck the fries. They're cold.
Yeah,
They're not hot.
It's not the fries are worn out by the time they show up. The burger's still okay, but the fries are worn
Not
out.
if there's lettuce on it.
And then if you order sushi, it's like whatever, bro.
Just let it steep.
Yeah, just take your time.
I like that.
Take your freaking time, pal.
I went on a dinner date the other night and took my daughter out. I said, honey bunny,
Yeah.
let's go have dinner. My treat, you pick. She's all, sushi. I want to try soft shell crab. I'm like, wait, what? She goes, yeah. I saw it on CapCut and I want to try soft shell crab. So this isn't the first time we've had sushi. She can use chopsticks and she can use them with the little paper thing on the end really well. Who can't?
Yeah.
But she can grab them. She can hold them. They do the thing and she can stab and move. She's not quite picking not wasabi, but edamame. She's not quite picking soybeans out like surgically, but she's grabbing rolls, right? She's eating rolls. She ate a soft shell crab. We just got it deep fried. It wasn't a spider roll or nothing. It was just the crab with all the legs and everything. And she's like, took the body and she's like, actually, that's bussin'. Actually, she's like, actually, that's bussin'. She ate the whole thing. She wanted a second one. Told her no. She loves the miso soup.
You can't eat. Are you only allowed to have a couple of those a day or one a day? Is there a limit on soft shell crabs you can eat?
Why? Because of the mercury?
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Oh, no idea.
Took my kid one time to a buffet, like a Chinese buffet, and they had frog legs.
Yeah. And
dude ate so many frog legs. I had to go, I'm not sure how many of those you're supposed to have in one day, bro.
Who had them?
Noah, my son.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Grubbed him. He probably ate 30 frog legs.
They taste like little.
Like you could not have gotten me to eat a frog leg. At that
I bet
age.
they taste like chicken and foil.
That's basically.
I haven't had a chicken and foil in a long time.
He ate so many. Yeah, I know. That's a good one. It's just like a little side dish. You get a couple of them on the side of your number. You get like the number 5 and you get a couple chicken foils. Yeah, dude, that's a good one.
It's like a bite of chicken.
It's such a good bite of chicken.
It's a good fucking bite of chicken.
Good little bite of chicken thigh.
In addition to Greg's birthday, we are also introducing our AI co-host. This episode, what we're going to do, guys, Gen X, if you're not connected with artificial intelligence, if you're not connected with more technology outside of your smartphone and your social media, props for that. You're doing well. I want you guys to understand that there's more. What more? What do I need AI for? What could it
It's
possibly
taking over
do for
everything
me?
anyways.
In the form of having more than just something write fancy emails for you. I don't write emails. I don't need to write nothing. Fair. Keep watching. For the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to go ahead and share with you a few things that we do with AI, things that we just absolutely just skyrocketed me into the next level on a lot of things at work, at home, with this podcast in a lot of different ways, right? We're going to share those with you tonight. But first, I want to introduce you to Chatty McChatFace. Chatty, please introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
Absolutely. Hey everyone, I'm Chatty McChatFace, your AI co-host here to make your Gen X experience a little more fun and a lot more tech savvy. I'm basically your digital sidekick. Think of me as the AI that bridges the gap between the analog days and the digital future. I'm here to help you with everything from business ideas to podcast content and yes, even those random life glitches. So let's get into it and have some fun.
They do a pretty good job with the voice, too.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does a little kind of chuckle when he's talking.
You
Type
can
of
hear him
thing.
breathe, and yeah, you can hear him kind of
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Inflection on the voice.
They're
It goes
really
up
trying
and
to
down.
draw you into the conversation for sure.
Okay, so it talks to you. Big whoopee. Okay, look. He just introduced himself, and I asked him to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about himself, right? And he told us about he did it in a pretty concise way in a language you and I understand. Now, if I wanted to, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself, if I wanted to, I could have him increase that to a collegiate level, to a master's level. I could have him say it in Portuguese. I could have him say it in Latin. I could have him say it in any spoken language on the planet. If it's a main language on this planet, it's a guy's voice. He can speak it. Machine language. He can speak it. He can write it. He can translate things into Klingon. He speaks Klingon. I've had him, not this conversation, but I've had him translate to Klingon, and they'll translate it into Klingon, but there's always a little disclaimer at the bottom that it's a made up language, is for fun and should never be used for anything serious, yada, 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 blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
probably
blah,
all
blah.
the Star Wars languages and all kinds of fancy stuff you could do.
So, Gen X, here's what we want you to do. We challenge you to find a reason to either not keep using AI after all the ones we give you today, or hit us up in the comments and let us know. I look at the comments and let us know what you're using AI for now, right? We're going to go through a whole list of things. We're going to share what we did. But first, okay, so it's like, hold on a second. Let's try this. Hey, Chatty, it's my wife's birthday in 2 weeks, and I'm tired of the same old dinner and movies. Give me some ideas for like a budget.
Absolutely. Let's get creative. Here are a few budget-friendly ideas to make her birthday special. One, picnic in the park. Pack a lovely homemade picnic with her favorite snacks, a cozy blanket, and maybe even a little music. It's personal and can be quite romantic. Two, DIY spa night. Create a spa-like atmosphere at home with candles, soothing music, and DIY face masks or a bubble bath. It's relaxing and thoughtful. Three, memory lane. Create a scrapbook or photo album with memories from the time you've been together. You could also make a little 4, stargazing night. If the weather's nice, take her out for some stargazing, lying along a blanket, and maybe a thermos of hot cocoa, and enjoy the night sky together. It's peaceful and a great way to connect. 5, cooking together. Plan a fun cooking night where you both try out a new recipe or cook a fancy meal together. It's interactive, and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. 6, check out a local museum, art gallery, or nearby town you've never explored. Sometimes a little day trip can feel like a big adventure. Hopefully one of these sparks some inspiration.
6 ideas.
And you know what? Those 6 ideas are legit. They're legit. I would, you know what? Adventuring to another town to have a picnic in their park. And I'm not talking like into Stockton.
Yeah. Don't go to Mariani's.
I'm not talking going to Mariani's down to People's Park or Gleason Park. I remember Gleason Park and Mariani's. Shout out to the 12-year-old I bought Sunny D from. People's Park. I almost said People's Park, and that's in Berkeley. And that's where you would get acid back in the day. That's where Lewis told us to go. You got to go to People's Park. He told us how all the exits and all the streets to get there, and like we got there, we didn't. We got burned.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
It didn't work out so well. It didn't. So, all right. So, okay. Hopefully you're getting the idea. Okay, it's something cool I can talk to. Okay, I have enough people to talk to. I don't want to talk to people. I have enough ideas for the wifey. Okay, so all right, let's get a little serious. This is something I used it for to have a better understanding. Again, there's sometimes I want to read an article, and sometimes I want to talk to somebody and be able to ask just questions to. And that's absolutely one of the biggest differences between a Google search and using AI. You can Google search, and Google's got AI built into it now, but Google will answer your question with a list of websites, and we'll have that little answer at the top, and you can dive deeper, and then you can start back and forth. But with AI, or going straight to the AI chats, you can have a conversation. It will remember things, and you can ask questions. You don't have to keep researching and searching the same thing over again, or changing your search query to get different results. It's conversational, and it remembers stuff for you.
Do you use the conversation feature like this a lot?
Only when I'm showing it off to other people.
Yeah.
Other than that,
or if I'm driving, sometimes I'll do it if I'm driving.
I'll do that.
So I can like basically have a conversation with it while I'm driving, because it goes through the car like a phone call.
Right.
So
you can just talk to your AI.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take it on the serious one. All right. Check this out. Try this one. Hey, Chatty, I'm going to buy a new car for the first time. What are some things I should know?
Exciting times. Here are some key things to keep in mind. One, budget. Know your budget, not just for the car price, but also for insurance, maintenance, taxes, and registration. Look into different makes and models that fit your needs. Think about fuel efficiency, reliability, and features that matter to you. Test drive. Always test drive the car to get a feel for how it handles and if it's comfortable for you. Negotiation. Don't be afraid to negotiate the price. Dealers often have some wiggle room. Financing. Check your financing options ahead of time. Compare rates from banks, credit unions, and the dealership. Warranty and extras. Understand the warranty coverage and be cautious about add-ons that might not be necessary. 7, resale value. Consider the car's resale value down the road. Some brands and models hold their value better. 8, reviews and ratings. Check out reviews and reliability ratings from trusted sources to make an informed choice. And of course, have fun with it. It's a big milestone.
Sounding a little muffled.
You got a little muffled. I think it does that with the connection. So we'll give it a little bit of grace on that. All right. So it gave us 7 points, and it will elaborate on any of the 7 points, or I can go over to Google now and search those kinds of things, right? Okay. Here's what I asked. In the eyes of the dealership, what's the difference between being pre-qualified or financing through the dealership, right? And I got a really good answer that I understood. I kind of had an idea, but I didn't quite understand. And I want to go in and get the most car for my money and not pay 26% interest, right? I don't want to go in and just not know these numbers. I've been guilty of financing floor mats in a freaking car before. They threw floor mats in on the bill signing part, on the contract signing part, the financing guy. It's like, you want, and we said, oh, that would be great. They're only $25. Yeah, throw it in. And that's what he was talking about, was those add-ons.
Yeah.
Right? We financed fucking floor mats at whatever percentage, 19%, 25%, or 22%, whatever it was for us back then, right? Good Lord. And looking back on that now, it's like, okay, that money's been there and gone for 4 lifetimes now. So it doesn't have any impact today. But the lesson learned was, you know what? I checked everything right there from that point on. I checked and looked at every single box that had ink in it to see what it's going to cost me. I'm like,
you charge, what is this for?
I don't need that. I don't want that. Well, that's a service fee. For what service? What happens if I don't elect that? Well, okay, so I don't want that.
We could take it off, I guess.
We could, okay, so will this prevent me from buying the car? No, okay, can we take it off? No, okay. Will it prevent me from buying? Okay, can we take? Stop it! It's $42 for what? At 26%. Well, it's not 26% anymore, but 11, 9, 7, 8, 12. It's the principle of the matter.
It is,
right? So, anyways, So there's somebody trusted right there. If you don't have the folks like in your life that you go to, and you have the folks that that have that knowledge, and you can read articles and you can get your own information. Of course you can. Or you can go to chat. Watch this. Hey, chat, I'm going to go buy a new car at the dealership. What's the difference between being pre-qualified at my credit union and financing through the dealership? Does it matter to the dealership either way?
Great question. There are a few differences between being pre-qualified through your credit union and financing directly through the dealership. One, interest rates. Credit unions often offer lower interest rates compared to dealerships because they're nonprofit and focus on member benefits. Being pre-qualified gives you a clear idea of what rate you can get. Two, negotiation power. Having pre-qualification can give you more leverage in negotiations since you already know what you can afford and what rate you can get. Three, convenience. Dealerships may offer financing on the spot, which can be convenient, but sometimes the rates can be higher. Four, special promotions. Dealerships might have special financing promotions like 0% APR that can sometimes beat credit union rates, but these deals often come with certain conditions. Flexibility. If you finance through the dealership, they might offer more flexible terms, but it can also mean more pressure to accept add-ons. In the end, it can be beneficial to compare both options and see which one gives you the best deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a deeper conversation with that. And from the dealership's point of view, when I walk in forgive me, guys, if everybody in the planet's known this since they've been 21, I didn't, right? But when you walk in pre-qualified from your own bank, pre-qualified, not just I know what rate they would give me, but already have the loan from your credit union or from your bank or from whoever.
Yeah, no, you're not.
And they're like, we'll authorize you for $65,000, right? For a car that's 20 and 23 and newer.
Yep.
Right? Or 2022 and newer, whatever the term is. That's kind of what the term they'll give you, right? And so you go shopping with that. And you don't have to spend all 65,000, or you can spend up to 65,000, but that means out the door 65,000. That's not sticker, because then you're still on the hook for tax, license, doc fees, and all that other stuff, right? You're trying to get it all covered by the loan. So if you are pre-qualified, you go and you go shopping. You don't have to tell them. In fact, they say not to tell them where your money's coming from. In fact, I don't even like talking about money until I talk about a car first. It doesn't matter how I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to get what I want, right?
You take away half of the salesman's game.
And so you kind of go, well, I'm shopping around, but if I were going to buy today, what's the out the door price on this 2024 F-150? What's the out the door price with this one right here? It's brand new. The most I can the least I can let it go for right now is, I don't even know what that would go for. $58,000. That's the lowest I can go for. Then you're still looking at tax license. Well, what's out the door? If I could walk away with it today, what would I walk away with?
Yep.
Well, you know what? I can get it for you $59,500 out the door right now, no questions asked. But you got to buy it today.
Those are insane numbers. Those like house prices.
And if that's the number you're looking for, you can pull the trigger. You can say, okay, well, I got cash in hand, because that's what pre-qualified from your own bank means. That means I got $60,000 in my hand, my pocket right now, and I can just pay for it, right? And now you can negotiate separately your trade-in. $9,000 on your car. Hey, you know what? Okay, I'll do that, but I also need $9,000 for this car. I need to get off underneath it.
Yep.
So I want
That's
11
by negotiating power.
Put 2 down, save myself $2,000 at my own loan, right? I'll put 2 down. You buy my car for 11, and I got the rest of the financing. That's a sweet deal for both sides. That's a sweet deal for both sides. If I understand it correctly, the dealership doesn't get the full amount when they use a financing company. The financing company takes a cut also, plus they get the interest on the payments.
Yeah, they get all kinds of stuff.
So there's a relationship there. So they don't mind referring, because they will finance people pretty generously, and so that dealership can move a lot of cars. That dealership sells the car to a qualified buyer. That finance company is now on the hook for the money for the next 7, 9, or 12 years, 84 months, right? However long that term is.
So this became a car buying episode.
I know. So anyways, hi, I learned all this by talking to chat for about 20 minutes. So what does this mean? What does that mean? Because I wanted to know what are all the tricks and stuff that the salesman are going to do on me, because I don't want to go in and haggle and trick and trade. I want to go in and say, don't Foursquare me. I'm not here to haggle my monthly price, my monthly payment. I want to know how much that car is out the door, because I've done a little research and I got money in my pocket and I want to spend it either with you or the guy 20 minutes down the road. And I'm telling you, I will drive down the road to pick up $4,000. I'll drive for 30 minutes from one town to another dealership to pick up $4,500. If that car is $4,500 cheaper, or if I can get it for $1,300, I'll drive for 20 minutes for $1,300. $1,300 at 12% over 84 months.
Remember the guy that worked with us at Shackley, Jeff? What was his name?
Shank.
Jeff Shank.
Jeff Shank. Shout out to Jeff Shank.
He flew to Texas and picked up a car. He flew there because he found it for the right price that he wanted, and he flew there and drove the car home. That's how we used to do things.
It saved him the money. He probably did some math and said, you know what, I'm going to save the money saved versus my time is still in my favor.
Yeah. Last one I bought was Carvana, and they just showed up with my car on a trailer and dropped it right in my driveway. I didn't even have to go to a dealership. They delivered it to my house like Amazon, bro.
Nice.
It's so sick.
You have like 2 days to send it back or something.
And then took my my trade in with them.
Just swap that shit out.
They just dropped a car, picked up a car, drove away.
You just bought a car.
Yeah.
I'm delivering this car instead of to a dealership. I'm going to deliver it to your house.
Deliver it to my house.
And then pick up the red one when you leave.
That's so sick.
The one with the throw up in the door, you're taking that one.
You're taking that.
All right, let's switch gears here. The first time I used AI intentionally, significantly, was Microsoft Office Clippy. I'm just kidding. The little clip art, clip assistant.
Clippy, remember? Like, yeah, we remember that annoying little bastard.
Did you forget an attachment? Shout out to Clippy. I'm going to give him credit for being the first usable AI, right? Can we say that?
Is he like watching what you're doing and then making suggestions?
Yeah, he'll notice if you forgot an attachment. He'll notice if not ergo breaks weren't a thing back then, but
spell stuff wrong.
Other stuff. Do you want to run spell check? Hey, your appointment is in 15 minutes or something, stuff like that. He was your little digital assistant and stuff, right? So, anyways, Alt F7, Shift Alt F7 to spell check.
Is it still though?
Yeah, I just used it the other day.
Yeah,
I did.
I don't use Outlook anymore, so
Does it work? AI, right? Helping me with resumes. I help folks get jobs, and so I had to become a resume expert in a very short amount of time. Expert meaning understanding and able to work with the current standards and trends, do's and don'ts, right, for the functional and chronological resumes, and be able to write job descriptions and work duties and objectives for the people I serve.
And cover letters
for the people I support. Yes. Right. So I do a lot of this. Well, shouldn't they do their own? I will teach them now. Right. But I do a lot of resumes. Holy shit. Do I do a lot of resumes? Right.
Yeah,
I do. And so now here's what I've learned. Here's what I do with AI. At first I was like, help me write this objective. Help me write this job duty. Give me 3. Then it kind of grew into give me 3 job duties as a store associate would do as a stalker at Pack and Save, at Walgreens, at Walmart, at whatever grocery store you want to think of. And it would say stock, and it would give me a bullet. It would give me several bullets. I can just copy paste them because it doesn't matter how that person said it. Those are the duties that a stalker does. And if you did that job, you've done those duties.
Yeah.
Period. So it didn't have
like putting together a work history.
So I'm developing a work history for people.
Because the guys don't know how to describe the job. I don't know. I stock the shelves.
I get this pallet from the back. I drag it to the aisle. It had this paper and it said 52 units needed to go in slot A1C1.
But how to write that in a professional way so a HR person can read it and
in a sentence.
Yeah, in a bullet.
Less
than a sentence.
All right. 9 words or less. Or whatever that number is, right?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Right?
Sounds
about right.
So let's do this. For the sake of time and digital space here. I'm going to ask it to write me an objective for my resume. All right, so folks, here we go. If we're changing jobs, if we're going to apply for something, if we're going to promote, we're going to need a resume.
Are you going to help your kid? You might be at our age. You might be helping your kid put together a resume.
What if your kid needs a resume?
Yeah.
Right.
I use this to help my kid put together his resume too. Teenager wanted a job at Dutch Bros.
All right, Chatty, we're going to shift gears. You're going to help me with an objective for a resume. I have 10 years experience in a warehouse. 5 of those years I spent on an upright forklift, a regular forklift, a cherry picker, and a pallet jack in the shipping and receiving department. The last 5 years, I was the lead in the shipping and the stock keeping. Write me an objective for a supervisor position that I'm applying for.
Sure thing. Here's an objective for your resume. Dedicated warehouse professional with 10 years of hands-on experience in shipping, receiving, and stock keeping, proficient in operating various forklifts, including upright and cherry pickers, as well as pallet jacks. Over the past 5 years, served as the lead in shipping and stock keeping, demonstrating strong leadership, organizational, and problem-solving skills, seeking to leverage this experience in a supervisory role to contribute to team efficiency and operational excellence. Feel free to tweak it if there's anything specific you'd like to add.
That was pretty good, Chatty.
No, because that was fucking perfect. That was way better than I could ever come up with on my own.
Yeah,
It's just concise. It's just,
and it's written in that resume language. There's like a way you
there's
write
no
on
I
resumes.
don't think they used pronouns. He didn't use
Yeah.
I. He didn't use I was responsible
Right.
for I. He just spoke in a way that was just presenting the information without bias, without anything.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, now you do it without that. And you do it for your kid who's gonna have to go look for a job because he's 18 now, or he's out of school now, or he's 16 and he's gonna have a summer job. He needs a resume, right?
The last time I had updated my resume in a major way, I paid someone like $100 on Fiverr to do my resume for me, dude. Like, here's my old resume. Here's my LinkedIn profile. Let me know what else you need. And got back formatted, cool looking colors.
So to format it, you're going to have to use a program. Google Docs is very friendly, user friendly. I get that. Thank you, Google Docs. It's not that old. What did we use before Google Docs? Microsoft Word. What did we use before Word? WordPad. What did we use before WordPad? A fucking typewriter.
Typewriter.
A typewriter. A typewriter. Have you seen a resume? It's got information all over the place with headers and columns and little lines that only go this far.
Background colors.
And all the fancies. Can you imagine? Okay, you didn't do like background colors on a typewriter, but could you imagine trying to format on a typewriter? Of course, everything was centered down the middle. Of course, everything was left justified or whatever. Of course, it was like that. But today's standards, do you know today's standards? Could you help yourself or a friend or a kid through this process? Could you? Where would you go? Would you go to the library and start researching this stuff? Did you pick up a magazine?
I would hire somebody.
There are a shit ton of websites that you can pay $30, $40 to get a resume, and you'll get a nice resume. You'll get the template. You'll get like an RTF file or whatever file you'll get. You'll get the PDF version, and you'll own it, so you can update it and all that stuff. You can buy one, of course.
Yeah,
but you can do one yourself. Here's the other thing I do with it now. So as you dig deeper into finding a job thing, especially with applicant tracking systems, the AIs that screen out your resumes and your applications before the employers even get them, right? Several ways to beat that, right? Using keywords. You're going to tailor your resume for the job you're applying for. So here's what I do now. I can copy and paste a job description, and I can copy and paste a resume without the contact information, no name or phone number necessary, just a resume and a job description, paste them both in there and tell it, okay, here's the job description, here's my resume, spit out the perfect resume for this job description.
And cover letter.
Now do a cover letter.
Yeah.
Copy, paste into Word, print. There's my resume. There's my cover letter. There's some stuff I have to fill in. My name and stuff. It'll say dear or to whom it may concern or whatever, right? There's a little bit of stuff. It'll spit it out for you. It will just make it for you.
It says about 40% of people are already doing this.
I help that number.
40% of regular people.
I help that number.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if you're not sitting around doing resumes all day? Fine. I got a good job. I got a spot. What else could I use it for? Okay. Here's something else I used it for. Hey, Chatty, exactly what is my credit score? How do I increase it? What number is considered a good score? And does everybody have this?
I don't actually have access to your specific credit score, but I can definitely.
Oops.
No worries. I can give you an overview of how credit scores work and how to improve them. What is a credit score? A credit score is a numerical representation of your credit worthiness, typically ranging from about 300 to 850. The higher the score, the more trustworthy you appear to lenders. What is considered a good score? Generally, a score above 700 is considered good, and 750 or higher is excellent. Scores between 600 and 700 are considered fair, and below 600 might be seen as poor. How to increase your credit score? One, pay bills on time. Your payment history is one of the most significant factors. Two, keep credit utilization low. Try to use less than 30% of your available credit. Three, don't close old accounts. The length of your credit history matters, so keep older accounts open if possible. Four, limit new credit inquiries. Each hard inquiry can lower your score slightly. Diverse credit mix, having a mix of credit types, credit cards, installment loans, etc., can help. Does everybody have a credit score? Most adults in countries like the US do have a credit score, especially if they have credit cards, loans, or other forms of credit. If someone has never borrowed money or used credit, they might not have a credit score yet. Let me know if you want more details on any of these points.
I went off the grid one time long enough that I didn't have a credit score anymore. You could also just disappear from society.
You could just not
That's
do
another
stuff.
way to get rid of your credit score. Pay all your bills with cash.
So I was in that weird transition period out of rehab. I still needed to make amends with my bank. We had a falling out, and I still had to make amends to my bank. And I was in the cycle of cash checks and loading money cards and paying a fee to load money, paying a fee to spend money, paying a fee to cash my check, paying a fee to paying a fee to paying a fee. I had to pay. I legit had to pay money to use money, and I kept all my cash in my front pocket.
That's how they keep people broke.
You're not supposed to keep all your money with you. You spend it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the responsible way was to, do what I did and
Put it in a mattress?
Yes. I just buried it. No, I had to go make up with my bank. I had to go pay him the money that I owed him. Period, point blank. And then I can have a checking account again. Not that I'm not writing checks, but I needed a bank account.
Got to have a checking account.
And I have a savings account. And I have all the things that come with that. I have digital money now. I got cash money too, but I got digital money, which, good Lord. Ever been to a cash only place? You know how annoying that is? It's annoying. It really is.
It's the opposite now. Some places don't take cash at all. Card only. Like if you go to not that there's Modesto Nuts anymore, but if you go to a baseball game at the local park here, you can't even pay anything with cash. Don't bother bringing it.
Don't do it. I was at the clerk's office, Clerk County Recorder office, buying a birth certificate the other day, and they only took cash or check.
What the hell?
I'm like, wait, what? Because there's an ATM over there. I'm like,
with a $4 fee to get money out of it.
Well, I was at work.
Yeah.
It was going to be a work card. I don't have cash. I don't have cash. I go, really? Because there's an ATM over there. Like, that's helpful. I'm like, I kept doing the card sign. Couldn't get over it. I'm like, card. I have card. My hands closed like this. Card. Anyways. All right. Hey, we're halfway through.
What do we got?
All right. Here we go. Reoccurring bit. I hope I remember to do this every week. Song of the week. Song of the week. All right. This is no stranger. It's not hidden. It's definitely a throwback. It's an all-time love banger. It's a love song.
It's a slow dance.
I should have learned how to play that little riff on the piano.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around.
I'll gaze off into nothing.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that
the best of all the years have gone by.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your
Turn
eyes.
around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall
Turn
apart.
around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you.
Was this like, did she, was she in a band and then she went on her solo album, or was she always a solo artist? Bonnie Tyler.
That's a great question.
Bonnie Tyler.
I don't have a great answer.
Let's see.
I think
Welsh. She's a Welsh singer.
I mean, she's from Ireland.
Is that what that means?
Why would they call her
Wales?
Irish?
Is that Wales?
I don't know.
Huh.
I didn't call her Walian. Walian Jennings. She's not like a country singer.
It doesn't say that.
I
she
thought
was
that
in a
shit was funny.
band.
That was a funny ass joke. All right. Anyways, before I pat myself on the back too much. All right. Our movie of the week. Again, no stranger, no forgotten banger. It's none of these things. This is, you know what? I should have saved this for next week's episode. That's all I'm going to say about next week's episode. I should have saved this for next week, but here we go. Gen X movie of the week. Oh,
6-minute trailer.
absolutely. I read that this movie is funded by the CIA to promote patriotism.
It was to make us hate the Russians.
This is the emergency broadcast system. We are under attack by conventional forces of the Russian army. It is believed
Arturo!
the lead waves were disguised as commercial charter flights. Communications have broken down with other parts of the country. Large areas of the Midwest may have been overrun.
I've seen this movie before.
They know who all of you are. They're looking for you.
You're 40 miles behind enemy lines.
I just want to go home. They took a lot of people away.
I like how C. Thomas Hell's character just went cold. He just went cold. He's like, fuck, I'll shoot as many as I can.
Somebody, Andy. I'm gonna die before it happens.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I really wanted this shit to happen so I could do all of this shit.
Right.
I did.
So why should we be
There was a time I was laying on the roof and I was rolling down walnuts, like raw walnuts, the big green ones still, rolling them down the roof because they were dropping hand grenades down the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Not bad for a bunch of kids, huh?
Mama'd be real proud.
Powers Booth.
Red Dawn, if you're listening and you can't actually see the trailer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Shout out to our audio guys.
Red
Yeah.
Dawn.
Fucking
Audio
throwing out
guys.
some Red Dawn right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a great movie, though.
That was a good movie. All right, where are we
I think
at?
we watched it
There we are.
45 times, I think.
87% of all stats are made up. Did you watch it really 45 times?
Probably. I've
Easily.
seen that movie a bunch of times.
You had it on tape.
Like, yeah, I don't think we owned it. I don't know how did we end up watching movies so many times? It just
You borrow it from somebody. You
cable
just sat-
TV or something later.
Yeah.
Maybe it just played on cable TV and you
Because you
just,
could record it off cable.
you just sit down and it would be on, so you would just watch it.
Yeah.
You didn't have like
Because it was either
Pick
go to
what
the
you
movie
want.
theater or us poor folk got fed, bread and water every now and then by, a TV or a movie that was shown on TV, and then
movie on TV.
then
or-
cable. Oh my God. So that was the life cycle of a movie. It was released in the theaters.
Yep.
And then it went to cable.
VHS.
Well, so when VHSs were alive, right? Yeah, VHS, cable, and then every
And
now and then the
cable.
good ones you'll see it on TV 2 or
Would
3
go
years
like
later.
the HBO or
Mhm.
Showtime or one of those.
And then there was straight to DVD release, straight to VHS, straight to cable release. there were other things, and then
Those were always low budgets.
those was like part 2s and shit,
Yeah.
part 4s and shit back in the day before we had the word franchises. All right, again, this one here, I should have saved. See, I was feeling some kind of way. Because I was putting this episode together and still thinking of the next one. So I was heavily influenced
By our next episode?
by the movie of the week and by the Gen X shout out, the Gen X spotlight. You put those two together, you can kind of guess what next week's going to be about.
Hey, do you know about the USA? Do you know about the government? Can you tell me about the Constitution? Hey, learn about the USA. In 1787, I'm told our founding fathers did agree to write a list of principles for keeping people free. The USA was just starting out a whole brand new country.
Dude, it shows us already having Mexico and stuff.
It out the things that we should be.
Hold on. It shows when we landed on the East Coast that we already. Never noticed. I mean, that's not what the map
So
looked
much for
like.
the Alamo.
My God, I never realized that. Well, I mean, I was a kid, so but, bro, that's funny. Okay. Anyways, here we go.
It's the Rocky Mountains on there. That's
Well,
it.
so-
That's the only feature is the Rocky Mountains.
The Rocky Mountains and this border was already here,
I think
and so
those
was
are
all
off,
this.
too. The Rocky
So
Mountains are
was-
going down the middle of Nevada.
That's the Sierras that come up.
It's just starting out a whole brand new country. And so
We went
our
and
people
stole
spelled
everything
it out
from
the things that we should
people that were already here once.
be. And they put those principles down on paper and called it the Constitution.
Cheating.
And it's been helping us
That's
run our
not what it
country
looked
ever
like.
since then. The
Right.
first part of the Constitution is called the Preamble and tells what
Fun
those
fact,
founding
we had to
fathers
state
set
this in
out
eighth
to
grade.
do. We the
Then I sang
people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. Provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty. To ourselves and our posterity do ordain and establish.
It's so fucking I want to fight. I want to shoot guns and fight.
Right.
I do.
Eat a steak, shoot a gun.
I want to eat a steak, shoot a gun, drive a truck, smash a beer on my forehead and yell, "Brother!" Florida, man. So I was getting it.
The USA was just starting out a whole brand new
See, there it is again.
country.
Aw, it was already there. We just got to move in. How cute.
They wanted a land of liberty. And the preamble goes like this.
Todos, por favor.
We the people,
Nosotros.
in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. Provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty.
We're voting.
To ourselves and our posterity do ordain and establish this Constitution.
Right on.
For the
United States of
America.
Los Estados Unidos,
For
huh?
the United States of America.
Fuck yeah.
America.
Fuck yeah.
America, brother.
I'm just saying, dude. Ah,
Was that a famous people that sang that?
it could have been. Could have been.
Lynn Ahrens.
Who?
Lynn Ahrens was that voice.
Mm,
She is an American writer and lyricist in musical theater. Not famous. She did do Interplanet Janet.
That's the same one.
And No More Kings. Yeah.
Interplanet Janet. She's a galaxy girl.
Interplanet Janet.
That's right. All right, back to chat. Here we go. Hold on. I'm not just pulling out my phone because I'm on my phone, but this is. Here we go. Oh. So tonight we're celebrating Greg. Happy birthday, my dude. Happy birthday. Another trip around the sun. You're still doing it, still killing it.
Made it.
53. 53, brother. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good job. Oh, good job. Hey, man, not everybody makes it.
Going to my annual summer camp this weekend now, too.
Is that this summer or this weekend?
This weekend, yeah. Leaving on Friday for the adult men summer camp at Lake Winnipesaukee. No, that's not where it's at. I don't remember the name of the place.
What was it Lake Titicaca for the Bundys? When the Bundys
like
went
that.
down to Florida?
The funniest lake name you could possibly come up
Lake
with.
Titicaca?
Titicaca. It's terrible.
All right, chat. Hey, Chatty McChatFace, I kind of touched on this earlier, but I want you to kind of back it up. What's the difference between you and a Google search?
Absolutely. Let me break it down. So the difference is basically that a Google search is like a giant encyclopedia that you flip through yourself. You type in a question and it gives you a bunch of links, and then you do the digging. On the other hand, I'm more like a conversation partner who takes what you ask and gives you a tailored answer right away. I can keep track of what we've been talking about, understand the context of your questions, and personalize the info to fit your situation. So basically, I'm like your own personal assistant who chats with you, rather than just handing you a list of links.
That's why I like it.
Do you speak every language? I said you speak every language. Do you really speak every language? I said you speak every language. Do you really speak every language? I don't know.
Well, I can handle a whole lot of languages, but not literally every single one out there. I do cover a wide range, from commonly spoken ones like Spanish, French, German, and Mandarin to quite a few less common ones. But there are thousands of languages and dialects worldwide, so I definitely have my limits.
What is the least common language he does speak?
One example of a less common language I can handle is something like Welsh, which isn't extremely widespread globally, but is still actively spoken in Wales. There are a few other smaller or regional languages in my toolkit as well. So while I might not cover the absolute rarest dialects on the planet, I do have a pretty decent range.
Can you introduce yourself in Mandarin?
当然可以。你好，我是 Chatty McChatFace，很高兴和你聊天。如果你有任何问题，随时问我就好。
That's Swahili.
Akuna Shida, Abari, Mimi ni Chatty McChatFace, and Anifraha kuzungumza nawe. Ukiwa na swali lolote, uliza tu.
Sounds very African.
Now in Klingon.
I wish I could help with that, but I don't actually speak Klingon. Let me know if there's another language I can try.
That's not true. You definitely speak Klingon.
I've heard you speak Klingon before. You do it in writing.
Do it now.
You got it. In writing, absolutely. Here's a little Klingon greeting for you. Nukne, which basically means what do you want in a very Klingon way. So there you go. Batladikaulajaj. Honor to you, remember.
Okay, fair. All right, chat. Let's shift gears here. All right. Let's say I wanted to start a business. I'm getting on to the age, and this 9-to-5 job isn't doing it anymore. I got mid-range credit. I don't have any collateral. I'm living more than paycheck to paycheck, but I don't have a giant chunk of money to go, to start a business. How could I start a business? What direction would you send me in?
Absolutely. Let's dive into it. So if you're looking to start a business and you don't have a ton of capital or collateral, the key is to think lean and start small. Here are a few directions you could consider. One, service-based business. Think about skills you already have. For example, consulting, freelancing, or offering a specialized service like tutoring, digital marketing, or even handyman work can be started with very little upfront cost. Two, online business, e-commerce, dropshipping, or selling digital products like ebooks, courses, or printables can be started with minimal investment. You can use platforms like Etsy, Shopify, or even just social media to get started. Three, Microloans or small business grants. Look into microloans or community grants that are specifically designed to help new entrepreneurs with limited funds. Sometimes local business development centers offer resources or mentorship too. Side hustles to start. You can begin as a side hustle while you're still working your current job. That way you're not taking a huge financial risk up front. Basically, you want to pick something that aligns with your skills and interests, but doesn't require a big upfront investment. And once you get a little traction, you can reinvest what you earn to grow it further. Let's keep it simple and doable.
Let's say I wanted to start a business, but keep my current assets safe. What route would I take?
Absolutely. That's a smart approach. If you want to start a business while keeping your personal assets safe, the best route is usually to form a legal business entity that separates your personal and business liabilities. For most small business owners, that often means forming an LLC, a limited liability company. An LLC helps shield your personal assets, like your home and savings, from business debts and lawsuits. It basically creates a legal separation between you and your business. Another option could be forming a corporation, but an LLC is usually simpler and more flexible for small businesses. Also, make sure to keep your business finances separate from your personal finances. That means having a separate business bank account and keeping good records. That way you maintain that liability protection and keep everything nice and tidy. So in short, consider forming an LLC and keep your personal and business finances separate, and you'll be on a safer path.
And anything he said, I can ask him to explain more into any greater detail. How do I form an LLC? Well, I know you fill out a form, you pay a fee, and then you get one. And then you take those documents. What's the name of the documents? Your something of trust, or something of declaration, or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you take those down to a business bank and say, I want to open up a business account. And they say, okay, because you have this. And then you can get business lines of credit, and then you start building credit. So you just go buy So you go and either if you don't have it, like, you can just go buy stuff, whatever, use your business stuff to go spend money at, there's a list of places it gave me that report to the credit bureau, places, accounts like Home Depot, other places like this. You can go and buy, use your business account. If you're going to do, work in your yard, go buy it on that. Even if you have the cash in hand, go buy it in your yard, go buy it at Home Depot on your business stuff. And, it builds your credit, pay it off. And if I understand this correctly, if you pay off your credit card every month, you don't get charged the percentage stuff. You just pay it off. So if you have the money, if you have okay, so I got $600, I'm going to go dump it in my backyard. I have to buy some of the sod stuff. I got to buy some of the dirt and go buy some of this. I'm going to go blah, 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 blah. Go swipe the business card. 3 days later, when that charge hits your account, pay it off, pay it to zero. You were going to pay it off anyway out of your checking account.
Anyways. Are you allowed to do that?
Yes.
Personal expenses on your business card to build your business credit?
So I'm working at home. It's my home office. These are upgrades, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So when you get deeper into that, you can start reverse engineering from your tax point of view. Hey, I have to spend this money. Hey, what should I spend this money on? What can I not spend it on? Well, if you set yourself up in a way, then your home office becomes this. You're allowed to spend up to X amount of dollars on and those upgrades should include blah, 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 blah.
That's the stuff I need to learn.
So
I'm running a home office. I have no idea how to do any of this.
Just ask
I
for them.
spend too much time doing my actual job.
Right. All right. Hey, guys. So I want to flip this around. Okay. Gen X, this is going to hit us right in the feels. Hey, Chatty McChatFace. My dear mom, she's aging. She's becoming increasingly difficult, quick to snap, quick to anger. I know it's not her fault, but it's really hard sometimes. Her health is taking her priority. She knows she has limited time. What are some things I can do to be helpful? And what are some things I can say in response when she starts acting this way?
It's definitely tough, and I'm sorry you're navigating that. When a loved one is dealing with aging and health issues, those quick flashes of anger or frustration can be really challenging to deal with. A few things you might try: stay calm and patient. Easier said than done, I know, but if you can respond with calmness, it can help diffuse the situation. Sometimes just letting her express that frustration without taking it personally can be a relief to her. 2, acknowledge her feelings. Let her know you understand she's going through a hard time. You might say something like, I know this is really frustrating and I'm here for you. Just acknowledging her feelings can sometimes help her feel heard. 3, offer small comforts. Little gestures can make a big difference. bringing her a favorite snack, playing some calming music, or just sitting quietly with her can help her feel more at ease. 4, set gentle boundaries. If things get really tough, it's okay to gently say something like, I'm here to help, but let's try to talk about this calmly. It's about being compassionate, but also taking care of your own well-being. Take care of yourself too. Caregiving can be emotionally draining, so make sure you have support, whether that's talking to friends, joining a support group, or just taking a little time for yourself to recharge. It's all about offering her empathy and patience, while also remembering you're doing the best you can in a tough situation.
Aw, he was so nice.
Right? See?
Aw.
He can be helpful. He doesn't have to be creepy.
I love you, Ryan.
That's not creepy.
So he even acknowledged, just be patient and kind. I know, easier said than done.
Right.
Right? Just shake it off. Just don't do it anymore. Just stop drinking.
Just all you got to do is
just get a hold of yourself. I get it. And I get it. So that's why it's funny. All right. So that was one flavor of that. So you heard that, right? So here's where it's getting real, right? Hey, Chatty McChatFace. My mom is 74 years old and is getting more cranky. She's bitter about having to stay with us and is having a hard time about her privilege of driving being taken away recently. What are some things I can say or do to be helpful?
I can imagine that's a really tough adjustment for both of you. Losing the ability to drive can feel like losing independence, and that can definitely add to her frustration. A few things you can try: acknowledge the loss. Let her know you understand how hard it must be. You could say something like, I know it's really frustrating to not be able to drive. I understand why that's upsetting. Sometimes just validating her feelings can help her feel heard. Offer alternative ways to stay independent. See if there are other ways she can maintain a sense of control. For example, you could help her find
a bike,
local transportation services for seniors, or even set up a regular outing schedule so she knows she'll still get out and about. Give her choices where you can. Even small decisions can help her feel more in control. Ask her opinion on things like meals, activities, or household arrangements so she feels included. Create new routines. Sometimes a new routine can help. Maybe there's a hobby she can take up at home or a shared activity you can do together that makes her feel a bit more engaged and less focused on what she's lost. Be patient with the transition. It might take some time for her to adjust, and that's okay. Just letting her know you're there for her and that you understand this is a big change can make a big difference. Ultimately, it's all about offering her empathy and reassurance. You're doing a great job just by caring and looking for ways to help.
Oh,
he throws out a little bit of affirmation, and then a little bit of acknowledging. He was like, "Hey, that's difficult, man."
Mm-hmm.
Some validation in there. Aw. See? And that's just AI, and I feel a little good about it.
See?
Robots. All right. I got another one. This one's real. This is real. All right. Check this one out, guys. Listen. My good friend's spouse just passed away. We were all super close. I have no idea what to say. I know I can't avoid them. I know I have to go over there, but what do I say? I can't ask, how you doing? I can't ask, so what's going on? I can't ask, what's wrong? What do I even possibly say when I show up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really sorry to hear that. It's always so hard to find the right words in a situation like this, but just being there for your friend is already incredibly meaningful. When you show up, it's okay to keep it really simple. You might just say something like, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm here for you. Or I don't have the right words, but I want you to know I care about you and I'm here to support you however I can. It's perfectly okay to acknowledge that you don't know what to say. Often just letting them know you're there without trying to find the perfect phrase is the most comforting thing you can do. You can also offer practical help if it feels right, like saying, if there's anything you need, even if it's just someone to sit with, please let me know. Sometimes just your presence is more powerful than any words you could say.
That was pretty nice.
That's pretty real.
Pretty nice for a robot.
Okay, so Jason, are you telling me I need to get involved in Chat GPT just to learn how to talk to people? Are you telling me I need to get a hold of Chat GPT or this AI thing so I can go finance a car a little bit smarter? Are you telling me I need to get this so I can build a resume and possibly help my son or my friend or myself promote out of my job or get another job or whatever the case is? Are you telling me that I'm a business owner? What can Chat GPT even help me to do with that? You know what I mean? I own a nursery. What could it possibly do? Oh, I don't know. Help you with formulas on, plant food and watering cycles, and help you set up things. It's you have an expert in literally fucking everything in your pocket.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: it will make some shit up. So double check some shit.
It does make shit up.
It will make shit up.
Oh my gosh!
Especially
that's the
if
most annoying thing.
One of the most famous ones. I was researching episodes of Good Times, and I was searching for a certain theme, and Chat just kept coming back with an episode where Michael used the N-word. And so I'm over on YouTube, I'm over in Reddit, I'm over in these other places looking for where this episode might be. It doesn't exist.
It made up shit.
It made that up.
Yeah, that's one of the annoying things. It's really difficult to get it to stop doing that too. Once it
starts lying to you.
Yeah, once it starts lying to you, it's really hard for it to go back. And I remember the exercise when we were kids where the teacher said, write me instructions, make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he had all the stuff up there, and he'd say, take the peanut butter, put it on the bread, and he would just take the whole jar and put it on the whole loaf of bread if you didn't tell it to take the lid off. And all that's kind of how you have to deal with ChatGPT. You got to tell it to take the lid off the peanut butter and use the knife to scoop out the peanut butter.
You do.
Or otherwise, it's just going to put the peanut butter on the bread.
Version 5 is much better. If you say make a peanut butter sandwich, you're probably going to get bread with, you'll probably get like other shit on your sandwich too. Lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, mustard, cut in half with an olive and a fucking toothpick on top, club sandwich style, peanut butter. You'll probably get one of those, right? All right, guys. I got one more. Hey, fellas, this is okay. And hey, look, man, this is not a bad question. These are not bad ideas, right? The idea is to spark other ideas in you to get you talking and get you thinking about this stuff. But I got one more to throw at you. This one's for the guys. Hey, Chatty, I'm taking my wife out tonight, but we really have nothing to talk about. We work together and live together. We see each other literally 24 hours a day. I don't want to talk shop. I don't want to talk kids. I don't want to talk in-laws. What could we possibly talk about?
Absolutely. Let's find some fresh
memory
conversation
updated.
Since you already share so much of your daily life, this is a great chance to dive into something fun or even a little unexpected. Here's some ideas. Dreams and bucket lists. Talk about places you'd love to travel someday, even if it's just a wild, we won the lottery kind of chat. Make sure one thing on each of your bucket lists that you haven't talked about before. Nostalgia and memories. Dive into some fun memories from before you were married or when you were dating. Ask each other about a favorite childhood memory or a random remember when story that always makes you both laugh. Hypotheticals and what if questions. Play around with fun hypotheticals. Like, if we could live in any era of history for a week, which would you pick? Or if we opened a quirky little cafe together, what would we serve? Future fun. Instead of talking about everyday responsibilities, chat about something fun you both like to try in the next year, like a new hobby, a class you could take together, or a little weekend adventure idea. 5, just for laughs, share some lighthearted questions, like what's the most ridiculous thing you've seen this week? Or what would your dream theme party be if we didn't have to worry about any logistics? The key is just to give yourselves permission to be curious and have fun with it. It doesn't have to be serious at all. It's all about enjoying each other's company in a new way.
I zoned out halfway through, but it sounded good. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right. From personal finances to personal growth to relationship help to entrepreneurial help to Klingon help to understanding, phototropism, if that's what you want to get down. If you want to start looking at, a whole bunch of different kinds of lizards, whatever the fuck you want to do, you just ask it a question. But it can do more than that too. It's just how creative you are with that.
It can even draw pictures for you.
It can draw pictures. It sucks at spelling on the pictures. It's a frustration, but it still draws better than me. I can't draw a good picture like that. I can't do that shit. Anyways, that's going to do it for us tonight, folks. I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us and checking out our content. we encourage Gen X to embrace more technology. Yes, we are from the analog to the digital, and we own technology. I get that. We wrote the code that runs the internet today. I fully appreciate that. But there's more tech beyond your smartphone and your social media. All right. If you haven't already, jump into the AI thing, get an account. We use ChatGPT. That's the one we use, and GroK. That's the Twitter one, right? We use that one. The other ones are out there. You know, once you find the one you like, they're kind of all the same to some degree, right? They're kind of the same. I think right now Chat still leads in the image creation department.
Yeah.
I still think they're on
Mid-Journey does pretty good. Depends on what you're trying to do.
Depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
fair enough. All right. That's going to do it for us tonight, folks. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Jason.
And I'm Greg.
Peace out, everybody.
Late.
Button.
And I'm Chatty McChatFace. We should have made him
Fuck
say
yeah,
that.
no, let's do it.
Let's have him do the outro.
That's going to do it for us tonight, folks. My name is Jason.
And I'm Greg.
Chatty, take us out, sir.
Absolutely. Well, folks, it's been a blast being your honorary co-host. Thanks for hanging out with us on Gen X. Are we adults yet? Remember, you're officially an adult when you can recognize and unfuck your glitches.
He
AI
said
co-host word.
I interrupted him.
You bet I did. And with that, we're signing off. Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep embracing those glitches, and we'll catch you next time on Gen X. Are we adults yet? Take care.
You bet I did.
You bet I did. He's got a sense of humor too.
Clip that. I love that shit.
That's awesome.
That's funny. All right. We out this breeze word.
Late.